Alvin Nyakundi. I'm now taking you to Thika Town, where Davis Mberia is standing by, where the National Secondary School Games are taking place at the M-Pesa Foundation Academy. Davis Mberia can take it over with the sports.
As you said, Kevin, yes, it is the day 4 of the National School Games happening here at the M-Pesa Foundation Academy in Thika, Kiambu County. Several schools across Kenya coming together in different categories, in different, of course, sporting disciplines, just to hand for the title, for the national title. And behind me, it is the boys, of course, semi-final match pitting Kakamega boys playing against Menengai. Remember, Kakamega boys are actually representing the Western region. Actually, Menengai on the other side are representing the Rift Valley region. As per now, it is in the extra time. Remember, this match in the 90th actual minute, in of course the normal time, the game ended in a 1-1 draw. So that match was forced into an extra time, and right now as we talk, Kakamega might actually head into the finals as they are leading 2-0 ahead of Menengai. We shall wait to see how Menengai are going to cruise into that, and also maybe equalize and force maybe into a post-match penalties. But as per now, Kakamega boys, the Green Commandos, making their way into the finals. But again, remember, if Kakamega boys makes themselves or books themselves a place into the finals, they're going to meet, of course, St. Mary's Yala, who have just booked their place into the finals after beating, of course, the other side, Takaba, who are representing the northeastern region. Some of the results that have just finished in different, of course, disciplines. In the girls, of course, football, we've seen, of course, Nyakach booking their place into the finals after a 4-0 rout of Raila Odinga Education Center. Remember, Raila Odinga Education Center were making their way into the nationals for the first time in history, and of course their semi-final match was one of the hard tasks that the coach, who once was of course in the, of course, guiding Dagoretti mixed girls last year into the, of course, nationals. He crossed over to Raila Odinga. This time round, the, of course, competition proved to be so tight. So they have lost in the semi-finals, giving Nyakach their way into the finals. And of course, on the other side, St. Joseph's, of course, they'll be battling against Nyakach. Remember, St. Joseph's actually beat Archbishop Njenga in the girls semi-finals 1-0. A goal that was scored in the first half. I'll go through other disciplines which have been played today here at the M-Pesa Foundation Academy, where, of course, we've seen on the other side, the basketball 3-on-3 semi-finals. We shall be seeing where Ikutha girls actually won their match against St. Joseph's Joga 16-12, making their way into the finals. Remember, Ikutha will be making a comeback into the finals. So they'll be facing Cheptil Secondary School, who actually won their game against Nairobi representatives. I'm talking about Olympics. Cheptil beating Olympics 14-09. Other games in rugby sevens, that was a tight game, and we saw actually Butla making their way into the finals after a 14-12 win against Bokoli. Remember, Butla and Bokoli are from the western region, and this was like a western affair where Bokoli in the, of course, finals, when you talk about western region, they won. So Butla were coming here for a revenge, and yes, they picked the revenge and won that game. Yes, they'll be facing, of course, into the finals. They'll be, of course, playing on the other side, Cardinal Otunga, of course, Mosocho, who won their game, of course, 12-5 in the semi-finals against Nairobi, of course, region representative Upper Hill. I'll be speaking right now to the coach of Nyakach just to tell us, of course, what they really actually made their way into the finals, and maybe what do we expect as actually they go into the finals. They face St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's are not a push, of course, of us in the finals. And this time round, a tea will go down into 90 minutes. Coach, welcome on KTN. Just introduce yourself. Talk to us about Nyakach being into the finals. What does it mean? And maybe against Raila Education Center today, a big rout, 4-0. What was the tactic today?
Thank you. My name is Crispin Odindo, the head coach Nyakach Girls. Today we have played a semi-final against Raila Education. We have always seen them play, but we know they are technically good in play. When the game began, we were not able to get goals as we always do during the early goal. But then we were able to see how we can manage to contain them because they were also good in shutting. Finally, we were able to break that defense and we finally scored. So after scoring the first goal, now our players became tactically good and we could now be able to get more additional goals.
Again, you're going to face a team that, of course, you played them when the tournament was starting, St. Joseph's. There are some of the areas that, of course, you saw in that match, and right now you've worked on them. What are some of these areas, and maybe going again to face them, what does it mean?
St. Joseph's, first they have a good team, they are physically good, and they also are technically good. Our defense was not at the best when we were playing them, as well as our attack, because we were able to create a lot of chances, but only a few were converted. We hope that when we shall be able to play them again, our players will be able to coordinate well and make all the areas from defense, midfield to striking. They will be able to work together and be able to score more goals.
Coach, heading into the finals, maybe some injuries in your team, maybe some of the news.
Yeah, of course, the semi-final that we played has really drained us because a few of our players have gotten injuries, but we are working on them. If God willing, after today, we shall assess and know if they will be able to play in tomorrow's match.
Thank you very much. A ticket, you've already booked yourself into the East Africa region. How does that feel? And of course, are you going for the regional crown?
Yeah, I feel elated because I have been to the regional Eastern Africa games. The last time I was in Uganda, Mbale, that is 2024. And our team was second runners-up. We were able to get bronze. So this time round, we are either going for silver or gold. Yes.
Thank you very much to every fan who have thronged here to actually motivate you, watch you, cheer you. What can you tell them, Coach?
I want to thank first my chief principal, Madam Penina, who has been supportive in our championship. Even all other stakeholders that we have, including the deputies and other people involved. But those who have always motivated us and kept us going, we have a good fan base. Our fan base, they have always been behind us in every situation. And I think they have played a great role up to where we have reached. Yes.
Thank you very much, Coach. That is the head coach of Nyakach Girls, who will actually be playing, of course, St. Joseph's into the finals of the girls. Of course, a battle that will be played here tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big day because the boys' final and the girls' final will be played here. So I can't actually go without talking to a player who was on the pitch to witness his battle. He actually swelled to see Nyakach make their way into the finals. Introduce yourself, talk to us about the win in the field. How was it against Raila Education Center? What really worked today?
My name is Penina Okot, captain Nyakach Girls. On today's game, it was good. According to our competition if I compare to the other competition, my teammates cooperated well, have confidence, discipline, and all in all, they concluded by having teamwork on today's match, and we managed to beat our opponents 4-0, and that's have added us to have a lot of confidence in our next game, of which is on tomorrow finals.
Of course, tomorrow finals, what do you predict as a player, and how hard are the opponents? I'm talking about St. Joseph.
According to our cooperation in the field, I just want to add by saying that on tomorrow's match, I have a lot of confidence to other opponents, and all in all, that's the last game that we are going to play in these nationals in Thika, and I promise that if God is on our side, that we are going to carry the trophy on tomorrow.
East Africa, what are the expectations maybe?
In East Africa, we are going to promise that we are going to manage our best and keep all discipline and hardworking, and we are going to make sure that if we are in bad side, we are going to be all number 1 or number 2, if in God glory.
I mean, before leaving you, of course, talk to us about what are the dreams, which club do you want to play for in the Kenya Women's Premier League, and maybe this is one of the platforms that gives you a way to make into the national under 18, of course, team, that is Junior Starlets. Which team do you want one day to play for?
Me as Penina, I wish that if I finished Form 4, I like to join Ulinzi Starlets, according to the way I've seen that they have discipline and teamwork. That will enable me to see my future in the next 5 to 4 years coming. Yeah.
Thank you very much and all the best, Captain.
Thank you.
That is the captain of Nyakach Girls. She tells me that they are ready actually to battle St. Joseph's, and they are not just here to play. They are here actually to lift the crown and maybe go to the East Africa region, that the games that will be held in Arusha. And other, of course, the disciplines, we saw actually Kesogon storming into the girls final after beating Kwandanze. Remember, Kwandanze were not actually the pushovers, but Kesogon used their tactical right, gave it well, and made their way into the finals. They'll be playing against Soweto. Remember, Soweto beat, of course, the Western representatives, of course, who are into that semi-final match that was played today. Mwitoti were representing the Western Region final. So these are the scenes that are happening here at the M-Pesa Foundation Academy. And remember, this is one of the games that pulls a big number of fans. If my camera person, of course, Johnson Langat, will just give you a snippet of what is happening right now. The actually stands are full to the brim. Kakamega, of course, Green Commandos fans who have traveled their way all the way from Kakamega County to here in Kiambu County. The match has just ended. Everyone is celebrating. Kakamega making their way into the finals. And remember, they'll be playing against Nyanza representatives. I'm talking about St. Mary Siala, who beat, of course, the Northeastern representatives. So we shall be here and do, of course, to keep a keen eye on what will be happening later. Remember, at 2 p.m., the Sevens Rugby finals will be played. Butler actually battling against, of course, Cardinal Lotunga. Cardinal Lotunga representing, of course, the Nyanza region, and on the other side, of course, Butler representing the Western region. I'll be speaking, of course, to the fans later in the day, just to give us their experience from day 1 to day 4 right now. And of course, heading into the finals, they actually experienced what actually they were expecting into this year's 2026 National School Games that are being held here in Thika, Kiambu County. Back to you, Ndu, in studio.
David Simberia is reporting from the M-Pesa